Kia ora guys, gals, and legionnaires. Rycon here, and welcome to today's live stream. Thank you to everyone that has been able to make it. Thank you to everyone that is here. It's good to see some friendly faces in the chat. We're going to be starting in around about 5 minutes, and we're going to be starting off with Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead. We're going to be starting off with Leif, and then we're going to be rolling on into Dusk after that. Each episode is going to last for around about an hour, give or take, depending if we can survive the entire episode. So we'll see. Yeah. Hello from New Zealand. Oh, well, that's great. John, are you from New Zealand, or are you commenting on my introduction? Well, yeah, I'm glad you're here, Cody. I'm glad everyone's here, in fact. But the way this works is that I'm going to be recording these episodes live, and so at the end of them, they will have a sign-off of sorts, but we're going to continue on afterwards and do another episode, so yeah, there we go. Eventually, Megan, potentially, when we manage to get ourselves a boat built and up and running, we'll look at doing it then, potentially. So, we'll see. We'll play that out as it kind of develops. Yeah. Little note for today, we'll try and keep things in the chat as related to the game as possible. I know that's not always easy, but we'll see if we can get it to work. We'll try it out for a change. We'll see if that helps things out a little bit. But yeah, today my plan for Leif is to continue trying to work towards building this boat, trying to find ways that we might be able to improve his mechanic skill, but at the same time, just making sure that the guy is going to be able to stay alive long enough to be able to do those things. So, yeah. It would be good to try and do some zombie hunting, you're correct. We have ran some out before, so yeah. I'm sure there'll be some deviations. I'm sure there'll be some. And that's the thing, is like some is perfectly fine, but I think sometimes when a private conversation takes off in there, it might be better just to take it to Facebook or even the Discord. I don't know, it's two different ways, Cody. It kind of is easier in some aspects, but then it's more difficult in others. It's very easy to die at the very, very beginning of the challenge that I'm doing with Leif, so watch out for that. Because, yeah, you can't get Cataclysm to work on your computer. Megan. Well, we'll have to do something about that. Are you attempting to use the launcher? Because the launcher is what makes it super easy to install and add. Oh, it's on Mac? Right, so it's going to be a little bit more difficult. We can still find zombies. We've ran into a number of them before, so we've had a number of spitters and things like that off in the distance. Mostly in the far field, so if we're ever looking for the undead in particular for some reason, then that's a good place to start. So, yeah. Should we need to, we can always head off over those ways to see what we can do. I see. Well, that's a fantastic name. Oh, god damn. What do you know? Fantastic name. But we're going to be starting in just a moment, so I'm going to be reintroducing myself again, and that's for the record later on. Hexablue, yeah, you can make boats. It is actually a mod, but yeah. Erlen, I haven't found that on the trees, so yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I think the thing is, Ultimate Z, with this, like, obviously because, you know, people are generally very into, like, high graphics oriented games, like you say, but I find with this, the more simplistic it is, the more easier it is for me to just imagine it. Like, if it gets a little bit better, then it starts to take over what I'm imagining. So there is just enough visual information that I'm getting that I can actually still, you know, generate something in my brain. But if it's a little bit more, and that's why some people prefer ASCII, because then it is fully just your imagination. So, yeah. An easy setting for beginners is probably the standard start. That's probably one of the easiest ways to get off. Sheltered is also pretty good, although it is winter when you start, so food is going to be a little bit more scarce, but you do start off in a pretty good position, so there you go. But we are going to be getting away now. Yeah, obviously making sure that you're aware of wild animals while you're out there as well, because you're going to run into a lot more that way. Not as much of a problem for Leif now because he is able to defend himself somewhat, so yeah, we'll see. Okay, let's get this thing underway then, huh? Let's head across to Cataclysm and see if we're doing alright. I'm glad you could be here as well, Stately Raven. It has been a while. It's been a while since I've seen you popping up. I saw your comment this morning. Thank you very much for that. If anyone hasn't seen, I did release a video yesterday, which was essentially saying thank you to everyone that has subscribed recently, and giving a little bit of a tour around my office. So if you're interested or intrigued in that, go check out that video. It's the previous one to this one here. So yeah, let's get this thing going, shall we? Let's get... I'm going to start recording down here, and we're going to roll on into this just like so. Kia ora guys, gals, and legionnaires. Rycon here, and welcome back to Let's Roleplay Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead. Leif's Tale. We're back with Leif. We're back with grass and dirt. Grass and dirt. There were the names. And yes, I did actually get a dog. And the dog has been fun so far. Yeah, we're going to be making our way back home. Moving our way on back home. Trying to keep our two little friends safe. No, we do not eat the dog today. At least we try not to. We've actually got a fair supply of food with Leif at the moment. And... because we're quite close to swamps, it gives us a good chance to get a lot of food that way as well. Like if we're having a look to the north of us, we've got flying mosquitoes. Well, but actually those are turkeys. I know the difference, don't worry. But there are flying mosquitoes and other things around as well. What is that? That's a bat. Okay, I know what bats are. But as we head on towards our base, we should see something. Well, it depends if it worked. It might not have worked, but I tried to do something in between sessions. Oh, we're gonna have to make sure the dog and cat can make their way back. So this is why they can be a little frustrating sometimes. Come on. All right, we've got dirt. What about grass? Come on. He's getting caught up in the water. They're exploring together. This is just gonna get annoying, isn't it? Come on, stick with me. There we go. And what about you, Grass? Are you gonna come and join us? Grass, come on. Stop dicking around in the water. I've never seen a cat that likes to play around in the water as much as this cat does. Well, look, okay. You're your own cat. I will leave you to yourself, and you can decide if you want to join us. And so far, yeah, it looks like he does actually want to join us. I think they can get a little trapped, so we'll have to see. Come on, Grass. Grass is a little slower, especially because he's walking through the water like a dumb cat. Okay, I take it back. You're not a dumb cat. You're a lovely cat. There we go. Okay, so we should be able to get ourselves back home. And, wait for it. Drum roll, please. We'll see if this has actually worked. It's bloody worked! Yes! So, if you have a look to the south of us, where there was originally a hex on this square here, there is no longer. There is now a little fireplace. I added that in myself because I was getting annoyed that there wasn't anything there, so yeah. Yeah, so there we go. But we have managed to replant a number of our seeds. We've been doing quite a bit of harvesting over the last few days. Dirt is the cat. The dog is grass. Yes. Yeah, that is indeed correct. I don't know if I was saying the opposite thing. So this isn't a raging fire at the moment. It is just a standard fire, but I don't think it actually changes. So I figure, why not? Let's just have it raging for now. So I know some of you have been eagerly awaiting seeing that change, and there we go. We finally did it. We finally got it. So I think there is a good chance that we are going to have more things to harvest. And actually, are you harvestable yet? No. And that's canola. So the rest of it isn't. And I did expand our growing all the way down here as well. So we've done quite a bit of growing there. Now, before we do anything else, I just want to have a quick gander. I want to make sure that we're not missing out on any potential food that we're meant to be processing right now. Generally, I'm good at keeping lists, so we've got a whole heap of rhubarb. We still can't really process that too much yet, which is unfortunate. So that's what we're going to be eating over the next few days, and that's going to make our man a little upset, unfortunately, but you know, it is what it is. Because everything else that we have, I believe, we've actually still got quite a few wild vegetables, just kicking them out. Got our fish soup there, and we've still got some broth. We've just got so much rhubarb. I'm thinking with the rhubarb, it's probably going to be better for me to just not let it go to waste. We can cook the rhubarb, but it's not going to last, unfortunately. So what we're going to do is we're just going to transfer those into stems. At least that's the idea that I'm going with. So we're going to go along to food, and let's see. I'll keep some of them, but for the majority of them, we're going to be getting rid of it. Rhubarb stems. So the stems are going to last. They're not going to go off. I don't think we can dry rhubarb. You know what? I never actually thought about that. I never thought whether or not we can dry it. I mean, we can try. Let's see if it is under dehydrated vegetables. Because it's not exactly a vegetable. Well, I mean, it is, but for some reason it doesn't count it as it in here. So, yeah. Unfortunately, there isn't any way to preserve rhubarb. Which is strange, but that's okay. We'll go ahead and just make the stems out of them. Rhubarb stems. And we're going to use quite a few of them. So, spend 2 hours and 30 minutes doing it? Yeah, I mean, that's quite a bit, so, yeah. And the animals are just going to rock about all over the place there. Okay, so we're hungry and we're thirsty. We still have ridiculous amounts of rhubarb left, so we'll go ahead and have those. Our fish soup is going to last... Actually, hang on. The rhubarb is probably going to last a little longer than our fish soup, so we'll have the fish soup instead, because we're actually going to enjoy that, so, yeah. We're still thirsty after that, apparently. We'll just do that. There we go. Nice. All good. Okay. So, with that, we did a little bit of exploration in the previous episode, heading up this way along the stream. It is dangerous, though, to say the least. Nail, thank you very much for your super chat, good sir. I very much appreciate that, my dude. Yeah, I don't think we want to head any further up that way, just because it's dangerous and we haven't seen anything too amazing yet. I do want to go on like a long expedition with Leif, just to see more of what is in and around this area, but as of yet, just haven't seen anything else that would really make me jump into it, so yeah. So they're on top of the HUD. Possibly? Possibly? It'll be something that I look into eventually. Okay. Anyway. Regardless, our options are, in terms of exploration, either heading to the north or heading out towards the east. I do want to see how far this field goes, because it goes for a bit, so... I mean, realistically, what I'm really wanting to do, and what I'd love to start doing right now, is, you know, start to get the bare bones together. Leif could potentially swim to the other side, but it could go terribly wrong. So, yeah. Megan, I don't know whether or not we will add in NPCs, because they can also be really helpful. And the whole idea is that Leif is kind of almost meant to be in a last man on earth type scenario. So, yeah, I don't think we'll be adding anyone in anytime soon. Yeah. We'll jump in, we'll have a look, because our capabilities are still quite limited, because I believe our mechanics, we've got it onto 1, and getting it above 1, unfortunately, ain't going to be easy. Having a look through here, though, if we search for that, I believe it's looking for skill required, and we're going to go mechanics. Okay, so homemade suppressor. So what we want to try and do? Oh no, that's using oh no, skills use mechanics. Okay. Oh no, it's required skills that we want to try and find. So, yeah. So mushroom soup apparently is a mechanics 1. Or is it the skills used that's leveled up? I think it might actually be skills used that's leveled up. So it looks like things like mufflers, two-shot special, those are all difficulty 1. So those are things that we could try and do to upgrade our mechanics. I know it's not easy to jump past this point. It's saying required skills, there is nothing. The difficulty is 1 and our skill level is 1. So there's a chance that you'd fail, so there should be a chance that you can actually get skill from that. We can make homemade suppressors. I don't know whether or not we could make one and then take it apart again. I mean, we'd only be losing a muffler and a rag. Surely we could disassemble this after making it. It doesn't say we can, so I don't know for certain. What the hell? We're going to roll the dice on this. We're going to see if we can do it, and I want to see if it gives us anything in mechanics, just out of curiosity's sake. So we make ourselves a homemade suppressor. Mechanics, did that go up at all? It did. It went up by 5%. That's how we do it. We make homemade suppressors. That's how we get our mechanics up. So the reason I'm wanting to level up my mechanics is so that we can actually make more things. So yeah. Oh, and yeah, dirt could walk all over the spikes and stuff like that. The fire isn't actually turned on at the moment as well. It just looks like it is. Yeah, I just need 20 more mufflers. Yeah, or rather, yeah. Hopefully we can disassemble it. It doesn't look like we can. Oh, great. Well, maybe we can cut it up into pieces. Otherwise, we're just going to have a whole heap of homemade suppressors lying around. You cannot disassemble this. Well, that's unfortunate. Yeah. Ah, there we go. Well, cats have light-footed, so they don't set off traps. Huh. No, he's safe. He's safe. Yeah, he's just chilling out by the water for now. Yeah. What can we do? So, is that an option for us? Probably not, because we don't have a huge amount of pipes. So I don't foresee us actually being able to do that in the long run. So it was homemade suppressor, I think. Maybe we do have a few pipes lying around. Maybe. It's using too many rags though. So while this is a way for us to get our mechanics up, it's not the way that we're going to want to do it, which is kind of frustrating. It doesn't look like there is anything else that we're going to be able to do, which might actually put a massive hole in our plan. So the rest of them use them, but it's really only these ones down here, the foot crank, etc. But for those we need to have, yeah, we need to have a steel chain. Now what's good is that we can disassemble those, so if we could get some parts, then it's possible. So either muffler, well, for muffler we need a welder, so that's not an option. Cargo lock set, 2 clockworks. I don't even know what that is. A set of locks designed to be installed on a vehicle. That's new. I haven't seen that before. So we need fine screwing and metal sawing. So again, something that we can't really do ourselves. This is something we can disassemble though. So if we got something that had fine screwing, duct tape though, so that's not an option. We'd need glare protection and a welder to be able to make a muffler. But if we can find a single steel chain somewhere, then we could make a foot crank. We just need to make ourselves a wrench, and then, yeah, and then we'll be able to do it. Yes, I do have wander spawns on, so there's a chance if we make enough noise, we'll be able to do it. No, I don't plan on making a car, I plan on making a boat. But for us to be able to do that, we need to get our skills high enough, so, yeah. Actually, I mean, let's have a look. I want to see what the real deciding factor is, and what's kind of stopping us from being able to make a boat, so to speak. So having a look at this, boat boards, and the rest. So yeah, mechanics 2. If we can get to mechanics 2, we should theoretically be able to do most of what we intend to do, so yeah. With that being the case, I think we are going to have to do some more searching. I think it's going to be smart for us to sleep before we go and search though, because we are still injured at this stage. Yeah, I think what I want to do is I want to grab our sealed stomach of fish soup, take that along with us, and I also want to take, I'm trying to remember why I have the wild vegetables just set out like this. Actually, hang on. I've got food on here, so we need to process that before I go to sleep or do anything else for that matter. Chunks of fat, chunks of meat, raffle. Yeah, let's just do a little bit of cooking before we decide to call it a night. We can do a whole heap of stuff actually. More fish soup, I'd actually be down for that. No, that's using our dehydrated fish, so no. We actually just want to cook the meat that we already have there, so we can make wood soup as well, which I'd be very tempted to do. Just because it's so good for us and it can last a really decent while. It's super nutritious. Yeah, we've already got quite a few on the go already. I'd be worried about us getting too much planted. Yeah. Okay. A little bit of lag going on, is there? Alright, let's go. Wood soup. Let's use the chunks of meat, and let's use the wild vegetables. So we're using just fresh things to be able to make that, which I'm happy about. And that's going to be 20, so we're going to pour that into a sealed stomach. And I'm going to leave it there for the time being. We are thirsty, so let's have some water from our clay hydrea. Wherever that is kicking about right now. There we go. There was only one thing left in it, so that's something that we also need to do eventually, is just make sure that we do all of that. That's true, we don't have to harvest all at once, but I guess because Leif is only one guy, it's difficult for him to manage all of that. I think I do want to dehydrate the rest of that. We could do some vegetable stems. It takes quite a while though. We've still got so many there. No, I think I'm going to go and dehydrate for now, because when we dehydrate them, it just gives us more options. And we don't have to worry about trying to store them for any long period of time. In saying that though, we might be limited by herbs, because I know we do need some herbs to be able to do the dehydration. And for some reason I just cannot find dehydrated. Have I gone blind? I quite possibly have. What am I missing here? Ah, okay. It's charges for that. Okay, did I get any more on the go? No, I didn't. Of course I didn't. Of course, we are already through the smoking rack. Well, we can't do that, so yeah. Let's grab two of the logs, and we'll transfer those over. Just store that in our inventory for now. We can't store the other one, that's fine. Go and drop you in there. Not the short bow. No, no, no. Attach bag. Do we have a bag? I can attach a bag to the dog. Okay, noted. I'm trying to remember if we have any other bags though, and I can't remember. Fire the kill? No, no, no. Let's drop that in there first. Log and fire the kill. There we go. So we'll have a little bit there. Not too much though, unfortunately. Okay, so let's have a look down where our cloves are. I wanted to make sure and see if we had anything else. No, I didn't create any other storage things. That's fine. And I think it is just those that I can put on them, right? I can put cargo pants on the dog. I mean, it's kind of cute. I imagine it's like tying them somehow to make them work. But those are our cargo pants, so we don't want them to go missing. And actually, speaking of that, we should probably try and fix that. Generally, I like to try and work until the sun is set, so we've still got a little bit more time. Take the bone needle. Let's go ahead and activate that sucker, and we'll work on our cargo pants. And we will just do until fully repaired for now. And we'll see how we stand after that. We repair our cargo pants, and we finish it just before the sun sets. So that's actually really, really good. Nice, awesome. We can't do too much reinforcing yet, so not gonna really do it. What kind of dog do I imagine Grass is? I kind of imagine German Shepherd. I don't know why. Maybe it's like a, you know, what? Oh, why has it got on my mind? I am Legend. God damn, that took me so long. Let's go drop the home suppressor as well. We're not going to need that, nor are we going to need the rhubarb stems. We're just going to have to leave everything else until the morning. Having ourselves a bit of a sleep, and yeah, do you want to get in here first? I want both these bloody animals in here before I... There we go. remove the cover. We should theoretically be safe now. Now Dirk can just walk in and out, but we should be okay. We should be okay. A green German Shepherd, yes. Yes. We try to sleep, we can't. Okay, let's try again. We'll get there eventually. Come on, Leif. You can do this, buddy. We fall asleep. Good. The animals are just rocking around, behaving themselves for now. That's what we want. Okay, we are well rested. Okay, dawn is just a little ways off. That's fine. That gives us an opportunity to have some water, have something else. I probably should have just started off with the soup though. So we'll start with the fish soup, seeing as that's a little older. Get ourselves nice and full, and let's go and grab. Let's see, Dingo. I mean, he kind of is. I mean, it's just obviously because of the sprite. Yeah, the sprite does look a bit like a corgi, right? Let's take the wood soup with us. We're also going to take Trev. We don't really have much of a choice about taking our animals with us, so I guess they're going to come along for the ride. We have our steel spear, we have arrows, we have our short bow. I actually want to wield the bow just right off the bat, so that we can be ready to take anything on from afar. We should really have some kind of water though before we get started, so yeah. It's blocking the stats? Is it? It's not even on the screen now, so I don't know how that's possible. Oh, that shouldn't be like that. That shouldn't be like that at all. I don't know why that's happening. That is really frustrating. So, something has gone wildly wrong here with this entire setup, and for some reason I didn't see it. Okay, thank you to everyone that has been letting me know about that as well, and apologies to everyone that's watching it afterwards. I didn't even realize that it was doing that. Yes, yeah, I do realize that, but okay. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in a little bit of a break. We're not going to count this towards the time of the episode. I'm going to see if I can diagnose and see what's going on. I think what the issue is here is it's actually using my setup for RimWorld where it shouldn't be using that. It's using the incorrect one. So we're going to work on this together and see if we can figure out what the hell is going on. Because this is all very confusing for me. It shouldn't be doing this. But then again, well, this is all part of the fun of doing things live, isn't it? Now, when everyone was saying the super chat thing earlier, I thought you were all talking about the icons down the bottom left-hand side of the screen. I didn't know you were actually talking about the overlay, but we got there in the end. Oh, dear. Okay. Alright, so I'm actually just going to go away to a be right back screen for a second. No, it's not going to change because I'm going to come back to this anyway, so you're just going to watch me fiddling around with this for a little bit, because that's how we do. And I'll see if I can figure out exactly what's gone wrong with that, because shouldn't be doing that. So are you all noticing game lag? Yeah, see, the unfortunate thing with that is that if I'm looking at chat the entire time, I don't actually get to play the game, and that makes it difficult. There's only so much time that I can look over towards it. Can someone explain to me what the lag is like? Okay. Okay. I think that might actually be in part due to, because I haven't updated Cataclysm in a while. And I think what's actually happening here is that it's not registering everything that's happening on the screen, which I know is a little weird, so yeah. Let's see if I can do this. The menus are out of sync. Okay. Noted. Okay, we'll see if we can figure this out together, while I fiddle around with things in the back scene. I gotta love this though. Everything is like set up fine, working well in the morning, and wow, yeah, there we go. I also had a lot of fun this morning. While setting up all of the setup, I somehow managed to pull something in my back, and it completely fracked it, and it hasn't been that fun. Okay, so yeah, essentially what you've all been seeing is the setup for RimWorld, and it should not be there, shouldn't be like this. So I don't know how it's gotten that into its mind, which is absolutely bizarre. And I think that might actually be the cause of our issues here. So let me go change things around. Nope, that's still not working. Well, it kind of is, but it kind of isn't. Okay. There we go. We're going to shift this over and up to here. Yeah. There we go. That should be working the way it's meant to work now. No idea why that wasn't working before, but well, there you go. Technology, eh? Technology. So I'm gonna do a little test to see if this. I think, yeah, that was the root cause. That was the cause of the problem. So hang on, I'm still not seeing the menus pop up, and that's really bizarre. I've never had that happen with Cataclysm before, so that's definitely a new thing. It's only once I actually start moving things around does it actually register them. And there is like a slight delay. So let's figure out what's happening there as well. So, yeah. Let's see. So you got to see that Cataclysm will disappear for a moment. We'll have a look and see if that's going to go. It could potentially. See, what's happened is I have actually just recently updated Cataclysm, so that could also be in part what's going on. So let's go ahead, create a new capture, and see if I can get this to do exactly what we want it to do. Okay. Turn you off. Okay, alright. It's still small? No. So for some reason the latest episode of Cataclysm has updating it has kind of screwed with this for some reason. Well, that's frustrating. Yeah, I mean the overlay's sorted, that's a good thing, but yeah, unfortunately the menus aren't going to be popping up, and there is a slight delay with the game, and I'm not sure why. What I might try and do instead is, instead of, like, again, a little bit of behind the scenes, I'm going to be going for a display capture rather than a game capture, and we'll see if that will be better. Alright, we'll go ahead and expand you out. Behind the scenes with Rycon. There we go. Okay, alright. Hey, look at that! It's working, everyone! So, word to the wise, if you're streaming with OBS and you've just updated Cataclysm, use display capture rather than game capture because it doesn't like it anymore. So, yeah, there you go. We all learnt, and things are better. So, we're gonna jump back into this and get started. So, yeah. Nice big drink of coffee before we get underway, before we get going. Okay, deep breath. Here we go, folks. Jumping back into this. Okay, so we had a little bit of a delay there, but everything should be working better than it was before, and there shouldn't be anything bad on the screen. This is the good thing. You can prepare as much as you possibly can, but then everything will go wrong regardless. Thank you very much, Jonathan. I appreciate that. So we're going to be going out on our morning expedition, trying our best to do well. Now we've got 14 clean water here somewhere, so I would love to take some of that with us if we can. So we have our water skin over here, but apparently we have 14 clean water somewhere else. Now it could be that that's just on the ground, and you know what, that's probably what the case is, because generally that happens, so yeah. Alright. Okay. I would love to get a fire started and do some water before we actually end up leaving. So let's go ahead and grab just one 2x4 for now and see if we can get this done. So we're going to go for a 2x4 and let's just go ahead and start it up for now. See if we can do some water. Because we don't want to go out without any, because we don't know how long we're going to be away for. And let's see, how long is that fire going to burn for? Let's try for 6. Okay, there we go, perfect. And we'll just consume the rest so that we can actually get slaked. And we'll just pour the rest on the fire so that we're good to go and we're good to leave. So, yeah. Okay. Alright, Leif. You ready to do this, my friend? We're going to go ahead and just drop anything else that we have on this sucker. We've got some bits of rotten fat. The meat is going to be okay for a little bit longer. The offal is probably going to go off as well, though. But no doubt we are going to find more goodies once we actually do head out, though. I wouldn't be going down the mutation track with Leif, purely just because we've done so much of that with Dusk that I just, yeah, it'd be doubling up essentially. So Dusk is incredibly mutated and is probably going to be getting even more so as time goes on. So yeah, if you're looking for a mutation kind of playthrough, that's the one for you. Okay, so most of this field is safe. At least it seems that way for now, but I want to try and get to the other side. Try to. I think Chung's going to need a lot more than just mutations, though. I'm actually going to go a little bit further out, and I know this is a little bit more difficult to see. It just gives me more of a chance to see what's going on. I have actually spotted 2 deer in the distance, and I would love to take down one of them. They're so incredibly fast, though, so the chances of us actually being able to sneak up on one and get them, not high. So, where did our animals go? Were they really that slow? I suppose they were. We're being followed around by a rabbit right now. Okay, well, the animals are gone. I don't know where they've gone to. They're along the way. Okay, well, the thing is, we can't wait for them forever, so yeah. They will catch up with us, or they won't. But I think as Leif looks behind him in the darkness and doesn't see his friends there, he would feel, for a second, a little afraid. But he's done all of this by himself so far, so he's going to keep on doing just that. Okay, Fox. There we go, that's what I'm looking for, some sunshine. And it's just a nice windy day out in the far field. No undead yet. Okay, that's a lot of dogs. We don't want to go near them. Okay, fly. You wanna try? Go away. We essentially just battered at it with our boat, so yeah. Behave. Okay. So this is the furthest we've made it so far. I'm probably going to stick to the... There we go. This is why we come out here. Except I've come out here without a crowbar. I wasn't anticipating finding. I was not anticipating finding these. So, we found ourselves some crates. I'm immediately going to put them on here so that I don't forget that they're actually here. Crates, like that. These could have anything inside of them, though. They could have explosives. That's why sometimes smashing them isn't always the greatest idea. But yes, you're also right. There is a chance for us to get nails from there as well. However, we would need to bring our screwdriver and hammer with us to be able to get into them. We've discovered them. That's great. We know, and we can carry on from there. So, yeah. Okay, let's go. Grim Howler. First one that we've seen in a while. Actually, in saying that, I don't think Leif has ever seen a Grim Howler before. He's seen spitters, and he's dealt with them, but I don't think we've ever seen a Grim Howler. And it is right over to the right. Okay, we'll stick to it. Other than a boat, what is our long-term goals for Leif? I mean, honestly, I didn't think we were going to survive as long as we have with Leif. I thought that he would have died earlier on from now, but that is not the case. That is not the case. But with this thing approaching, we're going to take a arrow out of our quiver, and we're going to start to steady up. Steadying our aim as much as we can. There we go, 100. So we've got a pretty good chance to hit this if we can. And we do. Embedding our arrow into the Grim Howler, we fire again. Missing. This one actually reflecting off the hide of the Howler as it approaches. We fire again. Okay, at this point, I think it's probably going to be safest for us to drop the short bow and try and wield our steel spear. Oh, wow. Okay. Alright, at this point, we're going to start to run, because if we can outpace it, what we can do is we can actually use the range of the spear to slam into it. So, yeah. And yes, that was me that did that. Okay. That's not good. We managed to block some of our damage with the spear. Continue running. We try and move back, getting some more space on it, and seeing again if we can reach out and hit this thing. We should... Oh, shoot. We can't get it from that direction. Okay. Alright, so we're just going to take a step down. So we can't go a full diagonal, unfortunately. So I'm going to try and go down like that. Okay, this should work out a little bit more. Wait for him to take a step. Okay, apparently he can just jump like he did then. That's not so good. Okay, so we can hit him over that direction. Alright, so what we're doing at the moment is that we're essentially running backwards with our spear and then just trying to stab him and then just continuing to move backwards. Right now, currently missing a fair few times. Oh, there we go! That's what we're talking about. So this time, as Leif jumps back and the Grim Howler jumps towards him, he pierces his spear into the side of him. Moving back again, as it leaps forward, we strike, gouging the Grim Howler, killing it. Way to go, buddy. Way to friggin' go. So we should still have our butcher's knife in there, so we'll go ahead and butcher this thing for now. We're gonna take none of that, apart from the arrow, and there we go. I'd say that was successful. We're gonna go and activate our quiver, take the rest of our ammunition, store it in there, and grab our bow. Let's start off by wielding that as well. Nope. Wielding the bow. Short bow. There we go. Okay. Just give him a chance to kind of catch his breath as well. There we go. Alright. Nothing to grab? Lies. There's always something to grab. That's a little weird. Okay, so we have a pathway that continues into the forest here. I'm half tempted to kind of take that. We haven't gone into the forest too often. At the same time, I want to see how far this field actually goes. We've got ourselves a wolf up to the north of us, I think it is, yeah. So we'll just kind of ease our way around here for now. Around the outsides. Oh, we're still running, so that's what's happening. Yeah. Will I ever stop playing Cataclysm? Probably not. There's always something new and different to do in Cataclysm. There's always a new challenge to go with, and you know, the thing with Cataclysm is, though, there's nothing more that I enjoy than starting again. So, yeah. What can I say? I really enjoy starting again. It's like that in a lot of games, though. So. He hasn't been much of a holy man, though, I guess, Leif. He's more of a naturalist. It's just us just having a walk in the woods, having a good time, and it looks like we've kind of semi-reached the edge here. If there are peaches on this tree, we could grab it. And we've spotted ourselves a zombie dog. Okay, so this is our second infected thing of the day that we've discovered, but it doesn't seem to be paying too much attention to us, so let's just go eat some peaches instead. This sounds like a fantastic idea. And we're full. Okay, alright. We'll leave the rest for the woodland animals to chew upon. Yes, as they get chewed upon by zombie dogs. So we can see that even out here, even very, very far away from civilization, there's still a hell of a lot of fun and games. We got ourselves a bear. Yes, you were. We'll just tone things down, slow down. We'll relax a little. Okay. Alright. Where'd you go, bear? Okay, so I think we're going to... Yeah, we could, but... You know, sometimes I like to leave a little bit behind. Seeing as nature has given us this gift in a bear, we're gonna go and leave those peaches for now. And I don't know whether or not the bear is gonna be immediately hostile towards us. It doesn't look like he is. He's just ignoring us right now, which I kind of feel a little bit bad for, but we're going to see if we can take down this bear, and it's not going to be easy. So, just like sneak up for now, bit by bit. We've actually got a really good chance to hit him if we can get to 100% because the bear is so large, and I actually really like that is simulated that way. A little bit harder now, but we've still got a 55% chance to hit, so we should be good. So, yeah. Ooh, okay. Alright, have I pissed you off yet? He's looking around, he doesn't know where we are, he doesn't know where the arrow came from yet, so... Knocking another one back, he lets another fly. This time, missing the bear. Oh, I thought he was running then. He's not running, he's just got a little bit further away. So we'll just take a few steps more. And just steady up. Okay. Alright, I think we're hitting the tree at this point. Okay, steady up again. And the reason I like to steady up this way rather than just hit precise shot is I like to keep track of where they actually are. Look at that. We got marksmanship to 3, so that's good. Okay, alright. Let's carry on. 100%. We're missing too much now. And our marksmanship has gone up as well, so we'll just kind of ease our way in. Just slowly but surely. Oh, we got a wolf as well. Okay, well, this could get interesting. It's actually fleeing. I didn't realize it was running from us. Okay, nice. Our archery's gotten to level 3 as well, so that's good. Very good. Okay. Moderately injured. He's still fleeing at this time. Okay, good. Heavily injured at this point. Okay, now he's hostile, and he's going for the wolf. Okay. And he just kills the wolf in like one freaking hit. So as we're pelting this thing, arrow after arrow after arrow, this wolf just gets absolutely annihilated by the thing. And still we continue firing towards the bear. Are you still on like a full-on... Oh, no, he's on a rampage now. He's just going to go and kill all these wolves. And you know what? Oh. Stole our kill. The wolf bloody stole our kill. Well, let's go pick up our arrows. Let's actually turn on auto pickup, so that we can do this. So we'll go switch, turn it on to true, and we should automatically pick up these arrows. So, yay. Good for us. Okay. Don't eat my bear, please. But unfortunately, that wolf is going to be hanging around that corpse, so we're going to have to do something about that. Yeah, so essentially Thunderwolf, in this, like, it affected, like, the water table, and so... it's been slowly kind of leaching out and affecting all different forms of life. Okay. This is moderately injured. We should actually be able to hit it. We're a lot better with our bow now. Okay, not bad. Is it gonna flee? Yeah, it's running away. Wow, I'm actually impressed at how often that seems to be happening. It might be a little annoying though, because he could come back when we're trying to butcher. Oh, there's a zombie! Oh, okay. Alright, well the challenge just went up a little bit more for us. A zombie is going to be a much more difficult target for us to take on, so let's get up to 100. Take ourselves a shot. Nice. Okay, this is good. It's running through a lot of trees at the moment, so it's going to be slowing it down a lot. It's heavily injured. We're actually going to drop the bow at this point, and we're going to start running, because that's already going to be at a bit of speed, and we're going to try and wield the steel spear. Okay, moving back again, across here. Wait till it takes a step forward, and because the spear has reach, we can stab at it across the way here, puncturing this zombie again and again. As it crunches through the trees, we move back one more time, striking out with our spear, puncturing the zombie and killing it. I highly recommend spears to anyone who is starting Cataclysm, because it can make a massive difference. So let's go grab our bow again, go ahead and wield that sucker. We're already wielding that, so I don't know why it's asking us if we want to wield the steel spear. No, we want to wield the bow, wherever our bow is. Weapons held. Short bow. It's under guns. That's... There we go. There we go. Kia ora, Paul. Good to see you. Let's go grab some arrows. And let's go get whatever we can from these suckers. We're gonna go grab our... There it is. Okay, I was like, where the hell is Trev? Stop running now so that Leif can actually get his breath back. We spotted a wolf. Hopefully it doesn't try and take what's rightfully ours. Very much like that. Let's see. We'll start by butchering these ones. And we'll go back for the others. So what did we get out of that? Skin. We got pelts. We got... Come on. You follow me up this way. There we go. That's how we do it. Okay, so moving you down there. Chunk of fat, fresh meat, offal, bones, pelts, sinews, so a whole heap of good stuff. Harvest the blueberry bush. Well, we've kind of got hundreds of blueberries back home at the moment, so yeah. Can I make an all pike? I probably could, but the all pikes are really, really heavy. So, I'm not sure if we want to do that. Let's see. Grab vehicle, and we probably just want to take the tainted fat. We can take the tainted bone because we can work those, and you know what? We might even be able to work the tainted pelt as well. The meat, we're not going to worry about though. But for our bear kill over here, we've got a ridiculous amount of fat and so much meat. See? This is how it's done right. In Fallout 4, when you kill a bear, you get 1 piece of meat. 1 piece of meat. Here, you get 40, because it's a bear. And a whole heap of fat as well. That's great. That's really, really good. So that's, yeah, that's awesome. Try and keep things, like I said at the start, just chill out, enjoy it, and just, yeah. I shouldn't have to be looking over at the chat all the time to babysit. Okay, alright. What about you? We had one more, didn't we? Or maybe we didn't. No, we do. So I'm wondering if that was the zombie that did this. Are you a wolf? You are a wolf. Okay. I have something in my eye now. Dear gosh. Okay. Let's see. Chunks of fat. Yeah, pretty much take everything at this point. So if anything, this exploration has been a really, really beneficial one at that. We've found ourselves some crates. We've got a ridiculous amount of meat. We've got to improve our combat skills as well, which is always good, and not paying attention to the screen while I'm walking around, so yeah. Yeah, it's the eyeball, I know, yeah, I've been meaning to get it checked out. I've got 2 of them now, so yeah. No, actually the meat is as small as all the other meats in the game. Actually, hang on 1 second, sorry. There is something legitimately in my eye. So yeah, I'd say that kind of just jumped out of nowhere at us, so. Okay, well, that's a shame, but it's not terrible. What we're going to do is we're going to start to run. We're going to throw our bow at the... throw the bow at the wolf, keep running back, and see if I can get a little bit of separation here. Enough so that I might be able to get the spear out. Oh god damn, and 2 came out in that time. So this is why it's really good for us to have armor of any kind. My eyes like weeping like mad. Purely for this reason. So what I want to try and do now is see. The unfortunate thing is that wolves are quite fast. This one though, thankfully, is nearly dead. And that wasn't from us attacking, so it must have been from the zombie before. This one as well is severely injured, so I'm probably just going to try and puncture it. Okay. Alright. So I'm pretty sure, looking back at this, looking back at the log, I don't even think... Yeah, so most of it, even though we were still trying to take out our steel spear, we were still able to block with it, so that actually worked out quite well for us. And that we were still able to protect ourselves even though we were just taking a long time to get those things equipped. Can we tame wolves? I don't think that is a possibility. Yeah. At least I'm pretty sure. Okay. Butcher you and butcher you. If we stand in the middle, we should be able to access both of those. Okay. Yep, pretty much transfer everything. Even the bones are useful for us at this stage. And down south of us. Done. It's full. Wow, okay. There we go. It's the first time we've actually managed to fill it up entirely with that, so I'd say that's a pretty damn good haul. We've still got meat, offal, stomachs. What I might try and do, because I want the pelts, we're just going to go and drop the bone back so that we can take the rest. How close can we get? You know, we can get everything. We can take a few bones. We can take 23. Alright, I got a bone to pick with that wolf. We'll leave the rest there. And, yeah. Turn numlock off. There we go. Nice and easy. Okay, yeah, the ridiculous amount of processing to do now. We'll have some of our wood soup before we get too thirsty or hungry. That's okay, as long as we don't throw up. Okay, and we've got ourselves another wolf. Fantastic. Okay, well, I think because of the proximity to this one, we're probably going to drop the bow right away. It's not going to be of much use to us, and I'm going to start running again. See if we can get a little bit of a head start. Let's drop that. Okay, that kind of semi-slowed him down. We'll grab the steel spear. Okay, so it takes quite a few turns for that to happen. Okay, we are going to need a lot more charcoal as well. Okay, I'm going to back up. This one is fresh, so we want to try and treat this one with respect, if we can. Moving back. Okay, because wolves can make us bleed, and that can be really bad. So I'm just trying to get some separation here. Damn. Okay. So far, this thing is actually doing a pretty good job. What I'm going to try and do now is try and utilize this bush, if we can. Okay. So essentially what I'm doing at the moment is I'm trying to dance around this. Should be able to take a shot. Okay, and that's a good hit. So dancing around the bush, Leif manages to impale the wolf in the side with his spear. 39 damage was a critical. It's not bad. Again, it's able to get a few hits in on us though, so using our kind of safe strategy, or semi-safe strategy, we're going to keep trying to move away. But this sucker is actually starting to catch up on us, which is a little concerning. I'm not going to be able to get any more distance, so we'll just have to start trying to take some swings. Luckily, it was bleeding a fair amount when we started that, so it's good. And it's also lucky the fact that we didn't manage to do that. Now, our long sleeves t-shirt did actually get a little ripped then. Quite ripped, in fact. It's nearly completely gone. And I don't want to lose any of our clothes because we worked so hard to get them. So we're going to need to make sure that we try and repair that when we get back home. I'd like to take more meat with us, so we're probably just going to end up, after butchering him, dropping more bone out on the ground. Just because the pelts and the meat are going to be much more valuable. The sinew as well, definitely valuable. Okay, I'm not going to take the offal and the stomach for now, so we'll leave that. And, yeah, don't worry, we'll go back and we'll grab that bow. Far too valuable for us. Although, in saying that, we haven't got to use it too much. Enough that we were able to get our skill up a little bit more from where it was at, but we've managed to take down the wolves of the northeast. Alright, we're still running. Running and pulling a travois behind us is no easy task, so we'll give them a little bit of a break. We're suffering from a fair bit of pain at the moment now. Look at that, we've even got some peaches over there as well. Not bad. It looks like it's kind of starting to, like, filter in a little bit now. So what I want to try and do is just move around. Okay, we've spotted ourselves a blob. Okay. Yeah, I think... Oh, that's a freaking Mego. Can Leif fight a Mego? Well, that's one way to try and see how good he is, so, yeah. Jonathan, yeah, okay. Leif was once naked, so, yeah. God. Okay, not well injured. I mean, yeah. Well, the thing is, it's coming for us right now, right? It's running towards us, so we're gonna use our bow. We've released Trev. We're gonna knock an arrow in. We're not gonna be able to get a shot at him until he reaches within this kind of range. So, it's gonna be a fair bit of waiting. Okay, can we yet? Not yet. It's like 2 more squares closer. From the southeast we hear, is it supposed to rain tomorrow? Being emulated by this Mego, and for those of you who haven't seen a Mego before, let's just go have a close look at its sprite, and we'll have a read of its description. A flexuous monstrosity seeming as a giant crab covered in writhing antennae, clawed tentacles and star-shaped growths, with a head like the inside of a fish, but for its dire utterance. Yes, that's true, we can't outrun a Mego. So, seeing this monstrosity running towards him, Leif takes a deep breath, tries to kind of center himself, drawing back his bow. We try and take a shot. Okay. Cross your fingers, everyone. We'll see how this goes. Okay, the first shot is good, hitting the Mego for 7 damage. With that first one, Leif sees that this thing can actually be injured. It can be hurt. Okay, he fires again. Hitting it again. Not for as much as probably what he would hope. Okay, again, he strikes it. What we're probably going to do here is try and take as many shots as we can to injure it before we try and get our spear out. Okay, that was a headshot, hitting it for 13 damage. Now, that's not a lot of damage that we're doing to it so far. It is just lightly injured. We take another shot, this time for 11. We drop the bow to the ground. Okay. Am I going to be able to take a step back? Am I going to be able to run backwards? Okay, yes. Yes, we can indeed outrun a Mego, especially once it's been injured, so there we go. We know, at the very least. But running backwards, he digs into his pack, grabbing out the steel spear. This is going to be the real test of things, because what I don't want to have happen now is have him run to the bushes, run to the tree line, then try and take out the spear, and yeah, and then just be completely out of stamina. So that's not what we want. So we're gonna try and do this now. It's gonna take 142 moves to be able to grab the spear out. That's quite a bit. Okay. All right. With that, he throws his pack to the ground, grabbing his spear off the side. He starts to bring it up, and as he brings it up, this claw comes down, attacking his right hand, I think it was. Okay. With that, we try and take a step back again. I'm going to see if I can get some movement away here. It's moderately injured, so once we manage to get a little bit of distance running back, Leif turns around and spins, trying to stab this into its side. Okay, not bad. As the Mego comes forward, Leif manages to block some of the damage with his spear and stabs it into the side of him, doing 21 damage. Our right leg is hit. We're feeling a little bit of pain. Okay, with that, we're going to try and run back again, getting a little bit more distance. It's moderately injured at this point. Leif spins and stabs. Okay, nice. Before the thing can even get close to him, Leif manages to puncture the side of one of its legs for 29 damage. Okay, again, we stab, and it's freaking running. We can safely say good job to our man Leif. He managed to stand his ground against a Mego and cause it to run away. Now, Megos are going to try and survive, and so this one is going to try and run. But as it tries to run, we're going to chase after it, almost in a frenzy. Leif just keeps chasing it, stabbing again and again, howling as he did when he fought the creases in the past. This time puncturing it for 21 damage. He keeps chasing this thing with almost a look of fear in its many eyes. He stabs again, chasing the thing down. Oh, we miss. And from the west we hear it say, do they even have sex? Oh, goddamn. Right, okay. Moving back, he stabs again, the creature seemingly nearly dead. And with that, it falls to the ground, limp, immobile, as a large blob-like creature starts to ooze its way towards them. Yeah, that would have been great. You can't outrun me, amigo to the Mego. Yeah. Okay, and now we have a blob coming for us, so yay. Now blobs can't see, they go by sound, and so it didn't hear us move then. We're gonna try and stab at it. Okay, the pain distracts us. Okay. Strike again. Okay, moving back. Strike again. So we're just going to keep running back like this, stabbing at this thing as best we can. Okay. Running down. I'm pretty sure the reason that we can't attack from those distances because I have circular distances on this, so it treats it like moving, you know, diagonal takes a little bit longer than moving just straight up or down. Okay, alright. And with that final stab, the thing splits into two as these two smaller creatures emerge, and Leif begins to stab at them. These things seem to be a lot more hardy. His stabs don't seem to be doing much at all. They just glide out of the way. The little slimy bastards. There we go. Finish them off, Leif. There we go. Okay, so there, we did it. I was hoping this was the case. Usually whenever there is a Mego or anything else like that, there is a supply of bodies, usually scientist bodies, but in this case they seem to be military bodies. So we're seeing army jackets, we're seeing camouflaged bodies beneath here, and there is a weapon as well. All of it pretty damn damaged, and I think over here we've got what looks to be like a giant massive spider's nest. What we can do here is go ahead and add a note. So let's go. For some reason I've completely forgotten how to add notes. I don't know why. Why have I forgotten how to create notes? It's Shift N. Yeah, there we go. We're going to say mill bodies, so that we know to come back for them, because obviously we have a full cart right now. But I'm glad we did come back down this way. This exploration for us so far it's been good. I mean, this has literally just been a day for Leif, and it's been a pretty good day at that. Now there are lots of these globs hanging around here, and I don't know whether or not Leif would think there was anything useful with these at all, and so we're going to be leaving them because I can't imagine him thinking there was any kind of use to that. However, we're going to go over towards the Mego, and he's going to cut that thing open to see if he can figure out how it works and what the hell it is, because yeah. Nuggets, you're right at the end of this one, unfortunately. We're going to go and take the tainted fat. We're going to leave the tainted meat for now. Oh dear. Not bad. Not bad. Now, Leif is a little injured. His equipment is a little damaged. Actually, it all held up really well, all things considered. The Mego actually wasn't able to do too much against us. Leif, thankfully, from his earlier encounters, has been pretty good. And yeah, there is a swamp island. I did see the start of that, and I thought that could be like a cool little place to hang out on, especially if we got our boat. You know, that could be like a little port that we can make. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, guys and gals, so that's where we're going to be wrapping up today's episode of Leif's Tale. I feel like he did a pretty good job, all things considered. We still have a lot of food back at home. We have a ridiculous amount of meat that we can process now, so I really don't think Leif is going to be wanting for food anytime soon. He is pretty well off at this point. I'm impressed. And the fact that he managed to stand his ground against Mego and zombies and everything else just goes to show you that sometimes it's just about positioning, timing, and that can make all the difference in this game. So just take a deep breath, take things nice and slowly, but also at the same time know when to run away. You always want to run away before you think you're meant to in this game, because generally once you decide, oh, I need to get out of here, I need to run, it's already too late. So yeah. That's my advice that I can give today. But that is going to be Leif, the Mego Slayer. I've been Rycon. You have all been awesome. And until next time, stay tuned. Okay, folks, that is not the end of the stream. That is just the end of Leif. We're going to be jumping into Dusk now, getting started with that. So don't worry, there is still more to come. But yeah, we did get a huge amount of meat there, so I'm really, really happy with that. So, yeah, I think our man did a good job. I'm actually really, really happy with that. So, we're going to be ending that off there and starting up with our gal in Mount Auburn, not Smoky Creek. And so you can see these are the mods. If you've ever wondered what mods we're running with, these are the mods loading up currently. yeah, I mean, I just, I mean, I think there'd be part of him that would also think it is, like, too dangerous to take as well. Like, he doesn't know if if it's infected or, yeah, or what. But, yeah. Did I ever recover the ant meat? We did get a little bit back. I did console some of it back in, but not too much. So, yeah. We got there in the end. I'm actually just going to very quickly change out our soundtrack. And hey, look, you can actually see things over here because I'm doing the desktop display now. To make things actually work properly. So just in between episodes, I'm going to be changing over our soundtrack just a little bit, because, well, Leif's is a little different from Dusk. Dusk's is a little bit more, I guess you'd say bleak, maybe? I don't know if that's the right word to describe it for her, but, yeah, it's a slightly different, soundtrack than what we have for our man. Okay. Let's go grab all of these and throw them on in there. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Good stuff. Let's go turn that off, eh? We don't need that. Okay, alright. So, we're going to get underway. See if we can do. See how we can do. Caps on chat hurts ears, yeah. Which one do I prefer, Leif or Dusk? I like them both for different reasons. Like, Leif is very, very late game. Leif is still early, but he's kind of getting into the mid game at the moment. He's getting to a place where he is quite capable. I mean, honestly, I really enjoy the early stages of Cataclysm. I really enjoy the late as well, because it's still very much an unknown to me, but, yeah, it's hard to just pin down one, so, yeah. It's a very different look, right? It's a very, very different look. Yeah. Okay. We're going to be getting started. We're going to be getting underway. And before we do get underway, I just want to have a quick look at our friends because, yeah, Chung is not doing too well. We have a first aid kit with us. We might need a little bit more than just that, though. So I'm a little afraid for our friend. So. Yeah, and yeah, I do play a soundtrack in the background, so that's something additional other than Cataclysm. And I'll just be adjusting and playing with that as we're kind of going through our day. But let's do our introduction. Let's get started and see how we do. Okay, here we go. Kia ora guys, gals, and Legionnaires. Rycon here, and welcome back to Let's Roleplay Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead, Dusk's Tale. Yeah, we're back, and wow, that's very dramatic and ominous music. It's kind of fitting to a degree, based upon the events of the last episode. We narrowly escaped a horde that had its pinned down in an alleyway, and we just barely got out of there. Our friend Chung is incredibly injured. We managed to get to the tree line, dragging him out of there, and now we're gonna see if we can save him. See just how bad he is, because I'm pretty sure that he was hurting pretty bad when we finished. Now, if we have a look at our map, load that up, we can see that Orrington is an absolute freaking mess. So, yeah. I don't know. Chung was so lucky to get out of there alive. And so what we're going to do, first of all, is I want to examine his wounds. Yeah, so his right arm is completely screwed. But his left leg and his right leg are infected. So we need to disinfect those. I don't know whether or not us using a first aid kit on him is going to work. His left leg is the worst right now. I mean, ideally I would bring his torso and his head back up, because those are the things that will actually kill him, but this infection will as well, so, yeah. Honestly, I think what I want to do for now is bring his torso up more, because that's the thing that will actually kill him. This infection, it gives us a bit of a buffer. There is time there. There are things that we can do, but we need to... We've got 21 meat pies with us. God damn it. I love Dusk. we need to try and make our way back to our vehicle. Now it is on the other side of town, so we're going to have to try and go right around the north side of town and then just kind of spin back around. But I need to make sure that I just check on everyone for now. So everyone else is actually in a pretty good condition. Lady Sis, not so much. Rich seems to be fine. He's our brawler monk friend, and he actually seems to be doing a pretty good job, all things considered. I'm actually just going to go in here and turn a few things off. Okay, good. That's turned off now. I don't know why I have the cranial flashlight on. That's okay. Let's have a quick chat to our friends and just have a look under their combat preferences and make sure that everyone is on the same thing. So I actually want them to stop smashing corpses, because I think that's what's really screwing them over, is that they try and rush in like too close to try and smash bodies in unsafe ways. So not something that we want to do. So that was Chung that I just talked to, right? I'm pretty sure. Anyway, we'll check regardless. Leap's corpse is alone. Oh, right, no, it wasn't. Okay. And then finally Lady Sis. Leave corpse is alone. Okay. Follow the same rules as this follower. Okay, well that also is helpful for us to do. Okay, never mind. What about combat commands? Engage enemies that get close enough to attack without moving. Okay, I'm okay with that, because I do want her to be able to fight, so yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's the really dangerous thing, is that they will just run towards, and it's crazy. Okay. Let's go. Why is this not working? There we go. We got there in the end. Okay, so they're all still following us. We're seeing a giant fly just this side from us. We've got our bow still. Good, good. What do we have in the way of arrows? Because I don't think we're actually wearing our quiver. We've just got it with us. Yeah, okay. Our torso encumbrance is pretty high right now. But then again, it's offset by our melee skill being as high as it is, although I really wouldn't want our torso encumbrance to be any higher than what it is at the moment. The pack makes a big difference, so yeah. Okay. Let's just go directly to the northeast. Northwest, rather. Get my directions right. Okay. So we do know that there were a number of... Oh, let's wait for Chung. Poor buddy's going to be a little slower. Okay. It's okay, bud. We just need to get him back there as soon as possible, because the longer that he's out here, the further that infection will travel. A splint would be nice, but unfortunately we're on the road in the middle of nowhere, so I don't think I'm going to be able to put one together. And it's freezing cold as well, which is also great. Okay, we've spotted a dog. I think that's the least of our worries right now. So we'll just keep on... Okay, that's quite a few dogs, in fact, so a potential worry. But really, what I'm more concerned with is the ridiculous number of dead that's down there, so yeah. Just ease our way around the town. I'm just trying to wait for Chung as much as we can, just so that the poor dude doesn't fall far behind us. So now that we're here, let's just have a quick look at the map and see how much further we've got to go. So we've got to go the entire length of town to try and get to our Goliath. Okay. Chung, let's just wait for you, bud. Okay. Nice and easy. I'm just trying to keep the... I'm trying to keep it within sight, but I'm not trying to... I'm not trying to lure anything away from the town. I'm just keeping an eye down the bottom of my screen on it. Okay, we seem to be safe. I don't want to jinx it, but we might be okay. Okay. Chung, catch back up. We're so close now. Just a little bit further, buddy. A little bit further. I'd love if we could actually pick him up and carry him, but we can't. Okay, we're freaking back. We are back. Whole heap of crap over there. Whole heap of crap. I'm seeing duct tape as well. Okay, alright, everybody get inside. And once we get inside, we'll actually make sure that we close all the curtains so that nothing can see us. And yeah, we do have curtains on our windows here. On pretty much everything, so that we can seal this thing up. Okay, so with that, we need to try and see to our friend in the best way possible. So on one of these squares, it's always a mystery as to which one it is going to be, there will be a whole heap of medical supplies, and I believe it is one of the ones back here. So that's all of our food. Okay, these are medical supplies. So what we've got to try and find right away is some kind of disinfectant. Yeah, we could carry him through a cart. That's true. Okay, so disinfectant is what we're after. I might actually just do an all-around search just in case it could be stashed away somewhere else. So we're going to go search, and we're going to search for Okay, disinfectant. Right, okay, it is just to our east. So with that, we're going to go to our inventory, and we are going to send across the disinfectant. Okay, there we go. So let's go over to our friend, and this is going to hurt Chung, so just, you know, take a swig of something, bite down on something, and we're going to go and use this disinfectant to clean the bites off your legs. Okay, that's the first one down. And now we're going to go for the second. There we go. Okay, so he should theoretically... Oh, it wasn't enough. Okay. Let's go use it again. Right leg. Okay, how is it? It's good. Okay. We're okay. We are okay. So, with that, we need to make sure that our man gets himself a sling. And I don't think he has one now. So we go to sort armor. He doesn't have one on him currently. Okay. Now we did have one on him originally, and I don't know if we actually still held onto one. Now that's a splint, not a sling. I always say sling is because I think of like an arm sling, so yeah. Let's do a search. And this is going to be searching for splint. Okay, so far, no splints. That's fine. Doesn't look like we... Oh, there we go. Arm splint. Perfect. Okay, so never give up your search. It may just be there. So we're going to go and take that arm splint, and I'm going to see if I can get him to use it. So let's have a chat with him. We're going to go chat Chung, and we'll see how we can do. His armor will be completely wrecked, you're right. I think it's probably time that we need to do something with that. Yeah. Okay. I want you to use this item. And let's go to, where are you? Clothing, arm splint. Thanks. Okay, nice. So it might be worth us trying to do a little bit of an armor overhaul on our folks. So yeah, his leather body armor is completely wrecked. So we're going to try and see if we can take that back from him. I can actually just tell him to drop it. So let's just go like that. And if we go unequip, he should drop it onto the ground. Or is it you? You remove selected armor. Yes. Yes? There's something weird going on with Oh, hello. Hi. Oh, no. Guess what? Cataclysm just crashed. Hello. Hi. I'm Rycon. This is the desktop. That hasn't happened in, like, how many episodes? I can't even count. That has not happened. Okay, so this sucks. This sucks. And yeah, that's my green screen behind me. Well, again, more Rycon behind the screen, so... God damn it. What is it with today? Paul, thank you for sticking along. I'm going to try and see if we can get back into this. So we're going to launch back up the launcher, and... God damn it. Well, what can I say? What can I say? Yeah. So... we're going to try and get back into the game, seeing as it's crashed on us now, so yeah. I am not a wizard, you are indeed correct. Ah, dear. So you'll get to see exactly how the Cataclysm launcher works if you haven't seen it. I haven't updated it yet because I'm bad, but I have updated the game just recently, and who knows, maybe if that's why things are happening like this. But we're going to go ahead and launch the game. We're going to get back into it. Hopefully we didn't lose too much there. I don't know when the last moment was it saved, so... we'll have to see. Oh, now there's sirens in the background as well, so everything is going on at the moment. So let's see exactly where we're at, and no, the episode isn't over. That's just what I call a crash. Look, we're in here. Okay, that's good. So we just don't know what stage we're at. I love them shouting at each other as well. God damn. Music's a little too intense. We'll just ease that down a little bit. Okay, so we're back. We are back. Okay. Chung is still not feeling good. Okay, so we need to go and grab the disinfectant again. Now, I don't know what caused that to happen before. We might start off by just telling him to unequip the body armor. See if that was what... Yeah, that's what's causing it to crash. You see that? Yeah, that breaks it. So, apparently, don't tell them to do that in the latest version of Cataclysm. Otherwise, it crashes you. So, now we know. Diagnosing with Rycon. That's what we're doing today. So, yeah. That's got to be new because I haven't seen that happen before. So, well, there you go. We've all learnt something new today. Let's go back in. Not now. I'm fine, game. And as soon as that's done, let's go ahead and launch and get back into this thing. Stripping is too complex. Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, it's weird though because it hasn't ever done that before. So it's definitely new code that's been added that is doing that. Why would I kill Chung? No, we're gonna try and get it off in a different way because there are ways to do it. I can just trade with them, so I'll see if that works. And if that crashes it, then well, I guess that's that. Yeah. Smoke Creek is where Leif is from. That's his world. Okay, so let's try this then instead. Chung, trade items. And let's see if we can trade. No, because you're wearing it, you can't trade it. Great. Great. Okay, I can't tell him to take it off. That's not a very nice thing to say, Jonathan. I think that's actually quite mean. He's a friend. Okay, so unfortunately it's bugged. What we can do for now is that we can use disinfectant on him, and that's better than nothing. Okay. Alright. Let's go searching. Yeah, the guy's actually pretty strong. He rocks his Y-hander and slices things in half, so, yeah. Okay. Alright, we're gonna have to do this again. Let's go search for some disinfectant, and it's just gonna have to be an all-around search. And I believe it was back over here, correct? No, that filter is not working. Disinfectant. Okay. Oh, we had it on that side. What do you know? What do you know? Let's go grab all of that. Okay. Use item on. Boom. Bam. I'm sure you wouldn't like it if it was you, Jonathan. Yes, we will give him the splint as well, definitely. We can't do anything for the armor right now, though, which is unfortunate, so, yeah. The fact that he's still alive after all of this is incredibly impressive. So, yeah. Why is there a legless henchman? No one's legless. Everyone has legs. Yeah. So there we go. Okay. They might not look like they have legs, so, yeah. Possibly if we give them other armor, that might work. What I'm going to have to do, though, I think, is just wait. I'm just going to have to wait until an update fixes it, unfortunately. So we can't do anything too kind of crazy with him, otherwise it might crash the game. Which, yeah, that's Cataclysm. What I'd usually do in this kind of scenario is that I just wouldn't record. But seeing as we're live streaming, we're going to do it anyway. So we're going to find a way. We're going to find a way. Okay. So Splint is our next port of call, correct? Yeah, there we go. Arm splint. So we'll go ahead and grab that, and we'll ask him very nicely to use that. Actually, we just trade it with him. So, Chung, I'd like you to use this item. And that's going to be... I've gone completely blind today. Trade items, use item as G. Arm splint, there we go. Okay, so he's got his arm and his splint now. And so even with that, he's still actually pretty capable in combat. However, his leather armor is pretty damn damaged. Looking at the others, just the molly pack there. And what about you? The survivor backpack is pretty damaged. And he's not actually wearing much in the way of armor, all things considered. He's just wearing the moisture retention suit, which actually doesn't do much bash or cut protection at all. So really, if we're wanting to be a good friend, we need to go and do that. We can't manage his clothing. No, unfortunately we can't. Whenever we tell him to remove something, it crashes the game. And it could be because he's in a vehicle or something like that. There are a number of different factors as to why that could be happening, but we can't really put our finger on any of it right now. So who knows? Who knows what it could be? It's Cataclysm, and sometimes these things will happen, unfortunately. Let's have ourselves a pie anyway. What I'm going to do, though, is with these pies, I'm actually going to put a fair few of them. Actually, I'm going to put all of them back into the fridge for now. And the fridge, theoretically, should still be turned on, I think. So let's have a look. Examine on the square that we're on. We're going to control vehicle. And the fridge is still turned on. Good. So that's actually still working. I would love to spend more time in here, in Orrington, but with how it is set up, I am not so sure. Now, we could go in ourselves, right? And I think that's kind of half what I want to do, is go in with Dusk and just start cutting them all to pieces. However, we need to have a proper rest before we can do that. We're tired at the moment. We're in a fair bit of pain, so we are going to need to have something of a rest. I'll let the others kind of stay close by for now, but we want to go and grab ourselves our blankets. Are they the only two that we have? Looks like those are the only two. Oh no, downfilled. Okay, nice. Okay, so we're going to go and... actually, hang on. Yeah, it's going to have to be that way. Let's go and grab them. Downfilled blankets. We can grab all three. We're going to go over here by the vehicle and drop our downfall blanket on the ground. And so what that's going to allow us to do is sleep on the ground. So, yeah. I do want to jump back into the vehicle for a second, though, to give them a chance to actually hang out in here, because I don't want them to be outside kind of freezing to death, although they probably will choose to do that. Okay. I'm going to put our bow away for now and take out our... They're in our sheath, right? Yeah. There we go. Punch dagger. Yes. Okay. Alright. Let's try and sleep for now. Do I want to drain from the vehicle? Our battery's at 93%. I definitely want to take charge before we leave here, so that's something that I'll think about. Let's go sleep for now. Sleep as long as we possibly can, allowing our roots to embrace down through the cold snow into the soil and start to try and gather some nutrients as we rest throughout the day. The evening will probably be the best time for us to try and fight. And so we'll spend most of the day, and probably a fair bit of the evening, just sleeping. Come on, Dusk. It's a kind of clear night. Ah, flurries, damn it. Come on. I want a clear night. It's cloudy, so we can't see very well. Okay, we can jump in past them. And I'm actually going to have to wake them up to tell them not to follow me, because they will follow, and because they're good like that, they're our friends, but we don't want them to do that. Let's finish off the water. We want to grab some pies, though, because we're going to be heading into town, so let's go ahead and grab 10 pies. 10 pies is too many pies, Rycon. Just grab 5 pies. We grabbed 19 pies. Cool. Okay, awesome. Yes, and yeah, just do it. Just get full. Okay, drop, let's say, 10 pies back into the fridge. Okay, that's a little better. Let's go grab, I mean, I don't know how useful our bow is going to be. I kind of want to take off the military rucksack as well, because that's going to be weighing us down a fair amount. Essentially everything that we have with us is going to be weighing us down. So I want to try and go for a little bit of a lighter Dusk this time. So we're going to take off the military rucksack, which means quite a few things are going to drop onto the ground. What I'm going to need to do now is try and see if there is anything on the ground that we need. And no, there isn't, just the bow. Okay, so our torso encumbrance has gone down to 31, which is good, so I'm on board with that. Let's go just drop these disinfectants and other bits and pieces down there for now. The atomic nightlight. Actually, how much light can that give us? I think it only gives us what we're getting right now, essentially. Because it is actually turned on. Would you look at that? Huh. Okay, before we leave, I do want to use the jumper cables to try and get ourselves charged up. So let's have a look at that. Where are our jumper leads? Eventually, I will get used to the system that we have in place. I'm pretty sure the jumper leads are in the back of the car. I think. God damn. I can't type to save my life. Apparently, I still can't type to save my life. What do you know? Yes, we will be telling them to stay here. Don't worry. I haven't forgotten about that yet. Okay, let's see. Still no jumper leads. Interesting. What about this side? Jumper cable. Perfect. Okay, let's go to our inventory. We're on inventory. Great. Okay. Alright. So Chung and Rich we can tell to stay here for now. Guard this position. See around. And I'll just wait for Rich to get in as well. And before we leave, I'll wake up Lady Sis and tell her to stay here. But we'll close up these doors though. Oh, he did. Well, good on you. There we go. Just close the curtains as well. Close that door. There we go. It's nice and calm and safe inside here now. I don't know what Crazy Cataclysm does. I'm not sure. Harder to survive in. Okay. Oh, there we go. Alright, so let's see. Am I going to be able to connect the cables up in here? Possibly. Let's see if we can go activate and go to jumper cable. Attach. Okay, have I attached it? I need to turn on my charging system. Look at that. There we go. Oh yeah, this is definitely working. Okay, so I'm essentially stealing charge from the vehicle at the moment. And that is perfectly okay with me. I mean, I will check in on the vehicle and see how it's doing. 90% battery, it's going to be fine. It's going to be sweet. The fridge can cause problems, but so far, it's good. Okay. And now we just wait for a little bit. Now we just chill and wait for us to be back up on power. Because without it, well, we're pretty damn good when it comes to fighting, but it's very nice to have an option to disappear through a wall or be able to just, you know, turn on our hydraulic muscles and go to town. So, yeah. We seem to be having an interesting conversation in chat. Yeah, I know, Earlyn. Finally recharging. It just takes a while. That's why I don't always like to do it. So, yeah. I know. I don't know where chat's going. This is nothing about Cataclysm. Oh, dear. Okay. Alright. There we go. We're fully charged. Now, before we leave, let's again have some more pies. Get ourselves feeling good, feeling fine. Have something to drink. Yep, get fully slaked. Okay, I'm happy about this. If we start to walk away, our cable should essentially snap back towards us. Our volume's fine, our weight's fine. Yeah, or can we just deactivate this? Go activate, detach. There we go, that's fine. Okay, alright. Oh, right, talking about plants. I see. Okay, alright, we're gonna have to wake up Lady Sis. Sorry about that, waking her up to say, stay here, essentially. Okay, let's take a step outside. We open the Goliath's door. Close that, and close the curtain as well. Oh, we can only close the curtain from the inside. That's fine. I think that'll be alright. Okay, so we can see pretty well, but I'm probably going to want to turn on... Well, we'll turn that off. Turn on the cranial flashlight. See how well that works out for us. So us walking should replace the charge, so we shouldn't really see that go down at all. But we should be able to go... Actually, can we grab our bow? That's the one thing that we needed to make sure we could actually get. Yeah, we can fit it in fine. So let's start off by wielding that. The punch daggers we're just going to go ahead and sheath. Okay. And we're going to start moving towards the town. See what we can get. So, looking at Orrington, we were wanting to try and work our way up towards the bank. The bank is what we were wanting to try and see if we can hack our way into. Because banks can be a good place for us to find plutonium. It's one of the best places, in fact, so I'd very much like to see if we can do that. However, there is a good chance that we're going to run into a whole heap of trouble if they are still around here. There's a pretty damn good chance there is. So we got a library. Actually, you know, I'm kind of half tempted to go check out these libraries, because I don't think I've had a look at them yet. And, I mean, this is a library right here, so what the hell? Let's go have a little bit of a light shop. So we're just gonna, essentially the easiest way for us to do this is just hit Shift V and just see if there are any proper books that are, hello Spitter Zombie. Hi. Yeah, you're gonna make a lot of loud noises, aren't you? That's just fine. So let's go ahead and take a precise shot. Okay, we were hurt, stop aiming. Yes, because you hit me with your acid, didn't you? You son of a bitch. Okay, alright, so we do want to be taking a precise shot here, so we'll just wait. We were hurt, stop aiming. Yes, what? Did you spit acid again? How did you hurt me again? I'm intrigued, I don't know how that worked. Anyway, this one needs to die. Okay, nice. Critical. Hitting the spitter as it's starting to try and climb through the window. We take out another arrow, firing and killing. Tumbling back out the window, the acid starts to dissolve it in the cold snow outside. Pulling another arrow out, and I love this, we're already at 100% steadiness. We headshot a tough zombie as it leaps over the counter towards us, entering our light. We draw another arrow and fire, killing the thing with another arrow directly between the eyes. We hear and see another zombie clambering through the window as we take aim, getting our steadiness set. As we fire, killing it in one hit, we see a firefighter climbing through the window towards us, and it looks like, yes, indeed, they are here. Corrosive hulks would be the worst thing in the world. Nick, don't even give them that idea. With another headshot, the zombie firefighter rolls back through the window. As from the shadows, a colleague emerges with another damn good shot. This one starts to slow as it tries to stumble through the acid as it slowly dissolves through the library floor. Another headshot silences the creature as Dusk is left alone, but for a moment, as through the window a boomer climbs. Steadying her aim once again, Dusk aims to fire, and with a loud boom, hitting the thing in the head with an arrow, the thing explodes, spilling its guts out over the window, and through the door comes clambering a survivor zombie. So, yay! Would you look at that? They are all here now, and the reason they're all here is that initial spitter smashed the window, and so they all heard that noise and they were like, hey, there's something there. And so, we take our first shot, our second, the survivor zombie starting to slow as it enters the light, and with one final headshot, the creature falls silent. We move forward trying to grab what arrows we can off the ground, putting them back into our quiver, knowing that undoubtedly there are going to be more that follow. But for now, actually, there aren't any. So we're gonna take this moment. We're gonna take this moment to see what is actually on them. See if there's anything of interest, really. Fire axes, hammers. The survivor zombies can sometimes have interesting things. The Halligan bar is tempting. Molotov cocktail, it's very damaged though. It's very damaged. The rest of them, no, not so much. So I'm probably just going to go through and I'd say I want to butcher them, but at the same time, we really should. We don't want them to be coming back. But you know what? Before we do that, let's just have a look through the library, like we were wanting to do originally. So this is going to be a little bit more difficult. Okay, so all of those we've already read. That's fine. We've got a screecher. Well, hey, look at that. Okay, it is now currently shrieking, so that's great. So everything around now are going to know. So, yay, that's great. That's fantastic. Okay, we hit the screecher as it continues to screech, finally silencing it with an arrow to the head. We see a zombie scientist shuffle out of the darkness towards Dusk, and she has a kind of special hatred for these things because it was scientists who made her the way that she is. But she very quickly dispatches it as she moves forward, collecting her arrows and waiting for a moment as in the distance a shocker brute can be seen. Oh, okay. From the darkness, almost immediately, comes a very, very speedy little pup that races towards us, but is quickly dispatched with one arrow. Okay, hi. Okay, this is where it's going to get interesting because they're right in front of us. I don't think I'm going to be able to get away with... Yep, okay. That was a little too risky. We're going to drop that to the ground. We're going to activate our sheath, pulling out our punch dagger, and we unleash. Catching the zombie dog's attack, lashing at it with a vine, we slay the creature as more come towards us, and a zombie master lingers. Now the zombie masters are very dangerous, of course, because they can enhance things and evolve them. So we want to kill this tough zombie before he becomes a zombie brute. Just like that, the skeletal dog dies, and oh, look, it's our favorite. A frickin' goddamn corrosive zombie. The second that I put away our bow, of course the corrosive zombie turns up. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab our bow, because we can't fight this thing hand to hand. We're going to run backwards. We're going to wield our bow, storing that in our sheath as, yep, corrosive acid spits towards us. We're going to back off a little bit further, aiming towards the corrosive zombie, and we're going to see if we can kill this thing. Oh, you son of a bitch. Okay, headshot, just like that. I hope corrosive zombies can't evolve. Another headshot? A headshot? Headshot. Okay, there we go. And we got another one on the door. Okay, so I'm not as... okay, we do need to take care of the tough zombies before we do anything else, so unfortunately we are going to have to drop that down to the ground. Yet again, taking out our punch dagger. Okay, managing to block their attacks. We attack from one to the other, knocking one back, throwing it with our vines to the floor as more start to race towards us. The zombie master surprisingly disappearing. We don't know where he is right now. Okay, catching one of its attack with our vines, we lash at him with our punch daggers as more starts to enclose towards us. And I love that, like the two of them came at her at the same time and just boom, punch daggers and a punch out. And they're dead, just like that. Okay, alright, so I need to take care of this one as quickly as possible. Am I going to be able to grab this in time? Maybe. We back up further, taking out the reflex recurve bow, storing that back into its sheath. We aim and get ready to fire. Stop aiming? No. Okay, because it did launch some corrosive acid towards us. We take our shot, hitting him in the head as the shocker brute emerges. Okay, with that shocker brute emerging, Dusk is going to quickly flick something on her side, a little, I guess you'd say, switch or something of the like, and she's going to turn on her, where is it? Dielectric capacitance system. And that's going to allow us to essentially absorb any kind of electricity that might be fired our way. Okay, right, this thing is nearly dead at this stage, but we're going to need to back up a little bit further. Okay, the shock does fly through. Okay, alright, we're just going to have to whack him. Or not. It is severely injured, but we can't seem to kill it. So we're going to run back as quickly as we can and try and see if we can hit the thing from back here. It is severely injured. Okay, with one final shot, the creature dies. Okay, we're moving further back into here. We're going to get quite a few. Alright. Oh, hey there, friend. Okay, looks like we're doing this up close and personal. As the shocker brute moves towards her, Dusk drops her bow to the ground. Almost smiling, she steps backwards, activating her sheath, pulling out her punch daggers and waiting for the creature to come towards her. Actually, we took a step towards him then. That was my mistake. Yes, there is, you're correct, there is a zombie master around that really needs to die. So, with one quick attack, lashing out at the tough zombie, tripping it to the floor and then stabbing it in the head, she kills it as the shocker brute charges towards her. Her muscles hiss in anticipation as we turn on our hydraulic muscles and get ready to go toe-to-toe with this thing. With one massive hit, she lashes the shocker brute, sending him reeling up against the bookcases, her vines throwing the thing with strength and speed. It tries to clamber back up towards its feet as it knocks us backwards. Wow, for the first time in a while, Dusk is sent completely reeling, flying backwards into the bookcase. She slammed into it onto the floor. She attempts to stand back up as her muscles continue to hiss in anticipation. The thing rushing towards her, she tries to strike, but her encumbrance throws her off balance. Okay, that's a little bit better. It tries to attack. She feints, moving out the way, lashing the creature with her vines, and then sending it reeling for 58 damage. With a giant uppercut, it falls to the ground. But quickly it finds its feet again, rushing towards her. But it is not good enough. With one more lash of her vine, she wraps it around the thing's throat, and then drives her punch daggers up underneath of it, killing the creature, as two regular zombies just stumble forwards. And very quickly are dealt with. We're going to go and turn those muscles off just so that we can kind of hold on to our hold on to our charge for a little bit longer at the very least. But yeah, okay, we're actually on the square. No, we're not on the square where our bow is, are we? Where is our bow? Is it a little bit further down from us? I feel like it is. We want to go Shift V, and Reflex Recurve Bow is just to the south of us. Okay, I don't think we're going to be able to grab it in time from here. That's fine. Let's strike at the zombie cop, and we need to find that that bastard. And by the bastard, I'm talking about the zombie master, who's causing all this trouble for us. He's the one that's essentially making things more powerful. Yeah. You tried to melee a tank drone? That is not a great idea. Let's store that in the sheath, and let's see if we can move around here and see what's making all that noise over there, because there's something making a fair bit of it. Ah, there you are. And so the culprit emerges from the shadows, making a horrific noise, just as it comes out. Dusk draws her bow back and fires, an arrow embedding itself into its chest. It stands, struggling to breathe, as another quickly finds its mark, hitting it again. It stumbles, falling to its knees. And with one final shot, she hits it in the head, but still, it looks back at her with a sense of intelligence and purpose. It's not quite dead yet. Another arrow follows up, and with that, we see a shade zombie emerge. But the zombie master is dead, and for that, I am happy. Okay. Alright. That's another down. We're doing work here. We are doing work, and I think Dusk is pretty happy with that work. Okay, so we have a shocker who is approaching, so let's go ahead and turn on our dielectric capacitance system and just wait for it to get within our range. Okay, what is our range like on this? Oh, hello, tough zombie. You kind of snuck up on me there. Okay, well, let's see if we can do something about that. We're actually fighting in a bad position at the moment. Let's back away from the window, and let's see if we can get a good shot on the shocker. Okay, alright. There we go, 100%. Alright, not a bad hit. Okay, shocker down. Let's go for the Feral Hunter is going to be a lot faster and it's going to get into us. We could try and burn the place down, but Dusk is, I think, capable enough. Oh god, and now we have a corrosive. Okay, so we're going to need to start running again. Oh, you've grabbed onto me. Okay, good. I was like, can I not break that? Really? Okay. How close to death are you? Oh, it's nearly dead. We just whack it with the bow. Okay, alright, so the first thing that's going to be able to get to us is going to be the Z9. Now we've got smoke starting to fill the room, so we're going to have to watch out. Our leather cloak is gone. No! I love that cloak. Well, there are casualties in war, and the cloak was one of them. Okay, let's take a shot. Okay, we managed to hit the Z9. The tough zombie actually made it up here pretty quick, but let's see if we can get a shot, and we did before he managed to hit us. Okay, and hey, look, it's our friend. So let's have a quick whack there and start to back up, back off. Okay, we don't have any arrows left to reload. You're kidding me. Okay, well, I guess we're going to have to get a loud... let me try that again. Oh, dear. We're going to have to get a little loud up in here. Okay. So, with that, we're going to activate our holster, pulling out our Ruger Red Hawk, the weapon that a marshal carries on her side. And with that, a loud bang rings out as she fires towards the corrosive zombie, hitting the thing in its head, but it moves towards her with strength and purpose. I hate these things so much. I cannot contend. I just can't, like, yeah. I hate them. I hate them so much. Okay, alright. Corrosive zombie, stop aiming. No, we'll take the hit. That's fine. It's a quick one. We'll try and get our steadiness up a little bit more, allow it to get closer to us. The reason why I'm not trying to attack it up close is because every single time you slash it, it just sprays acid everywhere. Okay, so we managed to headshot the thing, but it is still alive. It's still alive at this point. Okay, alright, so we're dealing with recoil. We back up a little bit further, attempting to take a shot, and finally this freaking creature dies. We put the Red Hawk away, activating our sheath because we don't have any arrows left at this point. We wait as more begin to emerge. Okay, tough zombie. Stand our ground. And now we're going to need to go into here and see if we can track down. Now, this isn't going to be affecting us right now, which is good. because we have a nice big mask, a survival mask on our face, which keeps us safe from any of the harmful smoke that the smoker might be bringing us. But there is going to be a whole heap of it here, and the amount of smashing that we're hearing down there makes me think that there could be something big and bad down there. So we're going to walk through the smoke. Okay, decayed pounces, 2 of them. Okay, out of nowhere. Okay, yeah, we'll stand our ground. Okay, let's back up. Let's be smart. We don't want to be fighting too many at one time. God damn. She's a freaking monster. So essentially, yeah, well, yeah, so we're not wearing the ring right now, but yeah, I do imagine it would be calling to her. But yeah, essentially what was happening back then in the smoke is that Dusk was just spinning around with her vines lashing out independently from her, as with her punch dagger she just slashes again and again. And Aolin, that's actually what I was counting on. That gun was loud. It was very, very loud, and it's going to bring everything and anything in this town that would do our friends harm. And so Dusk is going to stand here. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay, let's see. This door opens to the outside. We're going to stand our ground here. Oh, we got a zombie moose. We got ourselves a zombie moose. Okay, alright. As this zombie moose does approach, again, her muscles hiss as the hydraulics start to take over, as this massive horde moves towards her, and she uses the doorway to hold against this coming tide of death. The bodies begin to pile up in the doorframe as one after another falls. The zombie moose, the antlered horror moving through. Dusk lashes, sending the thing frickin' flying backwards, finally killing it before her sight is obscured. And I don't know why our sight is so obscured right now. We should be able to see a lot further than this. Okay, oh, it was the smoke. Okay. Alright, well, we've got a zombie beneath us as well. So we are going to have to turn our muscles off eventually, but we're just going to stand here as more and more pile against us. I think someone like kind of hit the nail on the head about the building. There is a good chance that this building could collapse. Now that there's a shocker there, I should pop... Okay, I was too late. I was like, I should look at putting my dielectric capacitance system back on. Let's put it back on now. It is going to be drawing a little bit more power. That's okay though. God damn. This... It is literally just a pile. And yes, we are starting to run out of stamina. That is true. So... I need to be cautious of that. We're actually going to put ourselves back onto a walk for now, as this zombie snapper stands through the door frame. And luckily we'd actually managed to put a save in there, and as we can see, one of our friends has emerged from down the way. We have ourselves a corrosive zombie moving through the hazy cloud, and that my friends is our cue. What the hell? Okay, the huge boomer looks a lot different, and that's kind of terrifying. Okay, we didn't even mean to do that. A pouncer jumps towards us, and well, yeah, you saw the rest. Okay, we're going to keep on backing up here. Okay, we need to start walking now so that we can start to try and get some of our stamina back. Okay, we're actually walking back towards the truck right now. This is not good. We need to take them away from here. Really, the only thing that I'm afraid of here is the corrosive zombie. Everything else is going to be possible for us to take care of. So as long as I can keep backing up and keep the corrosive zombie away from us, I'll be happy. You know what? How damaged is he? It's lightly injured. If I just try and slash into you, how much is that going to damage us? Quite a bit. Quite a bit. Now most of that does reflect off our armor. Okay, we're alright. Stand here for a little bit longer. God damn. Okay. This isn't where I want to be doing this fight. So we need to finish everyone that's here as quickly as possible. Again, just in the snow. Yeah, I know, the ring is tempting, but again, Dusk knows that her friends are waiting inside that truck there, and that if she takes the attention away from her, they could be in trouble. And so with the snow falling and with just blood and bile beginning to fill up, she's starting to become overwhelmed. And that is actually a great idea. We're going to turn off our cradling flashlight, turn off the dielectric capacitance system, and we actually need to turn our muscles off now as well, because we're starting to get quite low on power. We need to conserve it if we can, but we can continue to attack all the same. Completely out of stamina, completely exhausted, she continues to attack as these huge boomers move towards her. Her lungs begin to give out as exhaustion starts to take over. But again and again she fights as her vines do all they can to actually save her, trying to fend off attacks from every which way. Goddamn survivor zombies. Come on, girl. Oh god, we're seeing even more. Okay. It looks like dawn is here. We managed to survive until dawn, but as we can see, this building is still full of them. Wow. Okay, we need to have ourselves a breather, if we can. So, we'll try and catch our breath as they start to move towards us. Because they're going to see us any moment now, so I'm going to try and move away a little bit further. Because they're all kind of hovering around the building. Oh, there's so many there. Oh, there's so many. Okay. Come on, Dusk. Just breathe. Deep breaths. Get your stamina back. Allow the sun to touch your skin. Begin to give you sustenance. And then we're going to be jumping back in. Yeah, oh, there's more. There is more. There's so many. If you have a look down the bottom here, there's a whole heap of them. There's a whole mess of them. Oh, corrosive zombies as well. Great, my favorite. My favorite. See, that's the thing, is like, we can fight most of these things. We can fight most of these things in hand to hand. It is the corrosive zombies that stop us from being able to do that. God damn. Oh my god, look at that. I'm staying out the edge of their vision right now, but look at that. So the katana, is that saying a katana? Because essentially, Dusk's fighting style is brawling, so it needs to be a weapon that you can use, you know, with your fists. So that's why I use the punch daggers, but if there are other things, if the Razor Bar Katar works as a fist-based weapon, then possibly that could work. Yeah, it's quite the welcoming party. Yeah, you could say that. I wonder if we can sneak away and grab some kind of high explosive weapon from the Goliath. Possibly. Quite possibly. Let's see if we can. Okay, let's have a look. So all of our weapons are on this side, I believe? Yeah, okay. So what I want to try and do is try and find a launcher. Okay. They're pretty much like katars. Okay, they're pretty much like punch daggers. So they still work mechanically like that then. No, we didn't get a chance to pick up our bow. It got too crazy in there, so unfortunately we didn't. But yeah, we do have a few launchers. So that's what we're going to want to be trying to look for amongst everything here, because I know that we have some. We got incendiary grenades. We'll go ahead and right, our volume is pretty low right now, but this is the kind of scenario where we would be wanting to use things like that. The packed M27. Okay, so we do have a launcher, but it's saying we do have things for it. Store that in a sheath. Can we reload it? Oh, the gift. Unload? Isn't loaded. Perhaps it is time to flee. Yeah, I'm not so sure. We've also got a grenade launcher. Okay, see, that's a little bit more, I think, a little bit more safe than using a launcher. Because a launcher we don't actually have any experience in using at all. So let's take the grenade launcher and see if we can reload that with anything. You don't have any 40mm grenades, so why does it stay red like that then? Is that because we have no ammunition? Okay, that's kind of sucky. We do have another reflex recurve bow there though. However, we don't have everything that we'd need for that. We've got a scout rifle as well. Similar kind of issue though, I think we just aren't very good with it. The scout rifle's range should be pretty good. Maximum range is 60. I'd like to test it out if we can. Thank you very much, Reds. Appreciate the tip. Thank you, my man. I don't know if our little donation is working up here. I don't think it is. For some reason, it's having a day. It's having a day. But thank you very much for that. I really appreciate that, Red. Oh, there we go. She's just a little delayed. She's just a little delayed. Yeah, let's take the scout rifle.
I'm going to give you a tip, Rycon.
Thank you. And Rycon. Rycon. I like Rycon. Okay. Let's go and wield it. And what is the ammunition type that we're using with that? It is the 8x40 stick magazines. Okay, so I'm pretty sure we had an okay supply of them. Or maybe we didn't. We've got 9 mini nukes. So, that's an option. Look at that, we've got all these stick magazines. So surely they would work with it. Yeah, we do. We've got quite a few. So I'm tempted to try it out. I am tempted by... Let's just go grab... Are you guys going to see me now? Because that can completely undo our plan. Let's go grab the military rucksack for a second, wear it, and quickly go grab this ammunition. Where are you again? You're all on this side here. Okay. 2 stick magazines, another one. Okay. Okay. Well, this isn't so much a new thing. We've used this before, but yeah, we're not going to use launchers here. Not in this scenario. Alright, so I think it's back now. What happened? This has never happened before. I actually have no idea why this is happening. I'm bragging about having 2. Yes, I am. I hope that wasn't gone for too long. I don't know. What is with the technical difficulties today? God damn. If it's not... I know, this day has been a mare. Oh dear. Okay, alright, so we have a lot of friends. Yeah, I think the battle did scare it off, so yeah. Okay, that's good. Only 30 seconds. We can deal with 30 seconds. I don't want to be fighting them out in the open like this, but it's kind of also the best place to be using a rifle like this. As you can see, the range on it is actually pretty damn good, all things considered. So we'll try it out. See, look at that zombie soldier for 60 damage. I mean, we're hitting them from very far away. Not bad. Let's see if we can take down the spitter. Saving. Okay, I'm glad it's actually doing that there. Monsters spotted. Stop aiming. No. Okay, that's a good hit. Wait, take another one. Good. Okay, same thing again. Not bad. How are we looking? We've got 2 more rounds. Okay. She's actually much better with rifles than she has been in the past. Okay, we need to reload. So, let's see, how long is it going to take us to reload? It takes quite a while. Okay, it even takes time to look. So let's just try and back up now. The feral predator is probably going to be the biggest problem that we have coming towards us right now. Drop the item. Let's see. I'll take the shot once he gets close. Okay. Another headshot. Oh, it's like 3 headshots in a row to kill us. We got there in the end. Alright, they're all starting to get closer now. Okay, shot went wide. Let's wait a little bit longer this time. Make it count. Oh, he jumped. Okay, hi. And bye. Okay, we're gonna have to start just straight up fighting now. And I do want to have a quick look at this entire, monster mash and see if I can see any corrosive zombies. I'm not seeing any right now, so that's actually kind of going to work out in our favor. So, we're going to take a deep breath. We're going to drop the scout rifle to the ground. We're going to grab our punch daggers out. I'm going to start to do what we do. Dropping also our military rucksacks, so we're actually able to fight. And one by one, we will fight them. So, as Dusk is fighting like this, her vines are swishing around her, trying to catch every single attack as it flies in towards her. As more and more of these animals start to surround her, and the bodies begin to pile, she attacks again and again. No zombie is going to stop us today. There are quite a lot of them now. This is the kind of scenario where I think we're going to want to try and back up. I mean, we can probably handle ourselves against them. You know what? We're going to turn on the muscles here. Use the last of our power. Hydraulic muscles. And just go to work. So upon turning that on, essentially her arms just become so much stronger than they were before. She attacks again and again. As the numbers start to fade. Come on, Dusk. And feeling out of breath. The first wave has been destroyed. Exhausted, she starts to move away, as others continue to follow. Oh, hello. And we're bleeding in the chest. That's not as fun. That is not as fun. Okay. With that, we're going to turn on our dielectric capacitance system, because that's all that we got. See if we can take down this predator. Oh, great, a corrosive zombie is here. Of course it is. Of course it is. Oh dear. Well, I hate to do this to you all. I really do. But guys and gals, this is where we're going to be wrapping it up for this episode. With her chest now starting to bleed and smoke billowing around her. And one of her favourite things, a corrosive zombie, moving in on her. All seeming to be nothing more than a death. She readies herself as best she can. We'll find out what happens to her in the next episode. Thank you all for joining me. I have been Rycon. You have all been awesome. And until next time, stay tuned. Alright folks, that is where we're going to be wrapping things up with Dusk, and I know that is a terrible place, a terrible moment to leave us, but we got to finish sometime, and well, I feel like it was the right place for her to wrap that up, but needless to say, that was interesting. Alex, what's that? Rebar. Okay. Cool. Yeah, so I know it is another cliffhanger. I realize that. But yeah, the next one's going to be interesting for Dusk, to say the least. She has killed hundreds in today's episode. She has shown us exactly how strong she is. How strong she can be. I don't even know if she has reached her full potential yet, but still. Why is Dusk fighting? Dusk is fighting because this horde very, very nearly killed all her friends, and so she is wanting to essentially free this town. She's wanting, well, in part, she's wanting revenge on this town for everything that's happened to them so far, and it is in part to save her friends. She also needs to get into this town to get plutonium for the settlement that she's trying to help, so she needs to. And well, maybe explosives would have been good. Maybe trying to blow them all to hell would have been good, but that is a risk in itself, because you can almost guarantee that you're going to have a mistake along the way, and it's not good. But I think she can, Mr. X. I think she can actually. I think she can do it. I think she's capable, and I think we'll see in the next that she's going to be able to make it out of here. There is that item. There is that ring in her pocket that's always calling out to her to put it on, to slip into the shadows, to disappear. You can't hear... Now you're playing. I know you can hear my mic now. Oh, dear. All right. We've had some weird technical issues today. I don't even know. But what can you do? The ring can fail. The ring can, yeah. Well done. Yeah, the ring can fail. The thing is, they will know we're there regardless. They can still attack in the direction that they think you are. So it's not a complete safety net for us. So yeah, they can still smell her, and they can still hear her as well. So yeah, I don't know how many years. It's been a while. There doesn't seem to be any in-game way to check the amount of days you've survived. When you die, it tells you how many days. But yeah. Anyway, we're going to be wrapping things up here for this stream. I am going to be streaming RimWorld, but that's going to be happening in around about 45 minutes or so. I'm going to have a little bit of a lunch break, have a little bit of a munch, and if you'd like to come along to that, come and say hey, because some pretty big things are going to be going down in this lot of episodes. We're going to be making a bit of a move with the colony, but regardless, it's been fun hanging out today. We did have some issues. There are still some bugs with Cataclysm, it seems, in regards to swapping out NPC's armor. I'll try and see what's going on there, so yeah. Regardless, I've been Rycon, you've all been awesome, and until next time, stay tuned.